everyone. When Maureen called and asked John and I if we would say a couple of words about Wally today, it was very easy for he and I to say yes, to recognize someone who's helped make this into the premier buying group that it is today. So I'll ask John if he'll start it off, and we'll go from there.
Morning, everybody. Morning. When we flew in the other morning and we landed in O'Hare and we caught the L and we went through Rosemont and saw the first Embassy Suites, it brought back a lot of fond memories that we had when we first started this group. I first met Wally at an ASA convention in 1986. And at the time he was at the top of his game. That was the first time he was at the top of his game. Well, we had a little dialogue about his group, International Supply, and we had some conflicts and it didn't quite work out. And then I didn't see him or hear much about him until 1991 when a good friend of both of us called and said that Wally might be available if we wanted to do something else. So the next time I saw him was in, I guess, the not the Red Roof, but the inn at O'Hare Airport. And from there, it kind of got started. Our first meeting, I think we had 13 members. And we were able to have that meeting, and we had a meeting for the first time in a room like we had a little breakout room. And the first time we were going to have the meeting, it was agreed that we would have 2 meetings a year, each one of them one day, and it starts at 8 o'clock, it ends at 5 o'clock, and you go home. No spouses, no nothing, no fun, no anything. Now, you know how long that lasted.
So why are you giving it to me now? That pause.
We didn't plan this group.
As you can tell, we didn't practice at all. All right, for me, I'd like to, I've known Wally for over 21 years, and I've always admired him, contrary to sometimes where he and I would banter back and forth. But I gained a different level of respect for Wally I think it was about 4 years ago. We were here in Chicago at the Drake Hotel, and it was Arnold Greenwald, Wally, myself, and our wives were all having a cocktail at night, and we started talking, and as a good Jewish Protestant and Catholic boy would talk, he talked about life and what it was all about. And during that conversation, Wally said something that to me just caught me off guard. And he says, I was in the, just went blank. He was in the foster care. And I said, really? He said, yep. He said, I would move from family to family. He said, my mother put me in the foster care because she didn't feel like that she could take care of me. And it had to be hard for a mother, even harder for a really young child. And this went on, and we talked about different families, and he was in one family, a minister's family, and came home one day, and the lady had his suitcase packed out on the steps and said, "You're gone, get out of here." All right, at 7 years old. I say this to tell you that the type of person that I knew was a person that a loving, caring father, husband, grandfather. He cared about this organization with the deepest part of his heart. But to have him tell that story to us, and I felt very honored that he shared that with us, was that there's a lot more to Wally than just a good guy. There's something that he was able to overcome adversity, and I admire that in him. Other people admired it too. Just recently, he was honored as the alumni of the year from his high school. Okay, that's pretty good. I don't know how many of you in here have it. I don't know that many people that have been my friends that have been able to say that. And later on next month, he is going to be honored by the ASA, American Supply Association, as the first recipient of outstanding performance for the plumbing division. So I think you can see that there's the strength that we have seen over the 21 years came from a man that was able to take adversity. He is really the person you can say that life gave him lemons and he made lemonade. So just wanted to put that there.
Wally, would you come up here? When Maureen and I first talked about this, I said, gosh, I need to find a picture of Wally and I looked everywhere. I couldn't find, in the 20-something years we've known each other, a single picture of Wally and I together. And then I found it. You talk about something that's special. You talk about a one of its kind, where you've never seen anything like this. It'll be a collector's item at some day. And that's a picture of Wally and I'm holding a soft drink can. So Wally, with Maureen and Sherry's enormous effort, we're really looking forward to handing you this wonderful album.
Wally, this will be the last time we do this.
Thank you. You know, it's been a great ride. And 45 years of being abused has been okay. but it's this is a wonderful organization. I am proud that you allowed me to be part of it right from day one. It's people like these two gentlemen that have made this organization great. And I know with Mike coming on board, he's going to continue to move it forward, because that's all we think about is moving forward. We don't look in the past, but we want to make sure that we stay the premier operation, and that's what we intend to do. I don't intend to just walk out. I'm hoping to come back to some of these meetings and kind of harass you instead of me being harassed. But it's been a great ride, and I just want to thank all of you who've helped me get to the point that I am today. You know, you can't achieve success without the help of people, and this is a people business. You know, corporate-wise, business-wise, that's one thing, but you can't achieve anything without the friendships, the relationships, and to me, that's what made it valuable for me. So thank you very much.